Hi, I'm Evy.
Hi, I'm Ray. We want to welcome you to the Pantheon event. And today we're reviewing
The beginning of Spider-Man, the first movie ever
mhm,
done.
the Tobey Maguire Sam Raimi contribution. Came out in 2002. And when it debuted, I know for a fact it was the highest grossing movie of its time. Its opening weekend, it grossed 114 million, the first
Wow.
movie to ever gross that much money ever in history. So it
Mhm.
broke records when it debuted. I mean, now it's like 114 million. That's just doing modest, in terms
Yeah,
of box office sales. But mind you, talk about post COVID-19, that's still amazing because no one's going to theaters that much. So it does. That's record numbers. Um, this is a personal favorite of yours, Evie. What is the story about? Like, what will they be seeing in this film? What can they expect?
they'll be seeing a boy who is attending school, and we don't know what he does until he gets bitten by a spider, and then his life changes forever.
Mhm. Yeah, and it's not purity. He changes from something else. Yeah, it has a pretty good cast. I mean, this is the first time we get to see uh, what's his name? Franco. What's his first name?
Um, no, it's Peter Parker.
Yeah, but who? Harry Osborn.
Right. Okay. Okay.
James
Oh,
Franco. Sorry, James
James
Franco.
Franco.
This was probably his breakthrough role before he became well known. I mean, he's gone through some hard times right now, but like this was his like overnight success. I mean, this put Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst on the map, but Dunst has been known for instance Interview with the Vampire, Jumanji, and some other
Hmm.
big films. But this was her leading lady. This is her coming up being a romantic lead
Yeah.
in this film. And surprisingly enough, I mean, William Dafoe playing in the Green Goblin. I mean, that was like, you got someone from Mississippi Burning, like an Academy Award nominated actor, doing like someone a heavy hitter, doing a comic book adaptation. Yeah. We're I was surprised when I saw this movie, like the suit for Green Goblin, because I was picturing the 1960s Green Goblin. I mean,
Yeah.
when I think of the cartoon, I think of that Green Goblin, or even just the drawing, like the animation or the comic book drawing of it. So to see him in a metallic robotic kind of outfit, it's a
Hmm.
surprise. I didn't Before going into the movie, I was kind of worried about how it's going to take that. How were your feelings when with regards to that?
I was like, so what's going on here? A guy getting bitten by a spider?
Hmm.
That is crazy, man. I couldn't imagine that at first until I started to actually watch it. It
Hmm.
kind of, I, I didn't believe what I was seeing until I watched it.
So this movie was 2 hours and 1 minute long. This was before movies became 2 hours plus.
Mhm.
Films were usually like an hour and 40, an hour and 30 minutes. So at the time, this was considered a very long movie from Sam Raimi, but in general, but it ran pretty well, and it had a Canadian band who it was Nickelback.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Wow.
So they did song Hero. That was a big hit. I know with Nickelback, I mean, people kind of hated Nickelback. There's a love-hate thing for them. It's kind of like Hootie and the Blowfish kind of
Right.
scenario. But they opened a lot of windows and brought some money in for the music industry for Canada
Hmm.
for a lot of artists. So they paved the way. Overall, what were your thoughts for this film?
Overall, I really liked it. I thought it was cool with the special effects of Spider-Man swinging and everything. And just how the first time I saw like a villain
Mhm.
swinging around, you know, um, kind of just just saying that, I can do this, a spider, you know, and I could do whatever I want regardless. Life is good regardless how bad it seems. I can follow my dreams and make something of myself.
Right, right. For me, I was like looking at this. My go-to, or my okay, sorry, my only point of reference to this was thinking of the 1970s Peter Parker Spider-Man, the TV series. And looking how they had the camera on an angle when he's crawling the walls, because he wasn't really crawling the walls. So looking at it
Right.
back in 2022 eyes, you realize, oh, it's sort of cheesy and campy back then, but like how they're able to make it so extraordinary and lifelike, and bring it to their big screen. Not since 78 Dawn or Superman have we had the experience of feeling like this is a Spider-Man movie. Like you could actually do a real true to life, bring the superhero form, the art form, to our reality base, that we can believe this can be happening. So
Yeah, for sure.
how would you pitch this to somebody who's never seen it? How would you explain it to somebody to get them excited to see this film?
Um, how would I? Who would I? I would choose like somebody who's like maybe 15, 16, still growing up, who likes horror and special effects.
Right.
That's my thoughts on that. A
Mhm.
good movie who kind of changes everything. It's not what you expect. What did you like best about it?
I like the I like the idea of his spider sense, when he's able to, the scene where the Flash is about to punch him from behind a locker, and
Okay,
he
right.
sees the fly. He sees someone
Yeah.
shooting a loogie. I guess you say it's a loogie, a spitball through a straw,
Okay.
and time slows down, and he sees everything in slow motion. So his reaction time is faster.
Mm. Okay.
So like when Flash throws their fist, he's like turning around and looking at it, and
Hmm.
then going back, and and then trying, and then taking it in. Like his speed to process is far better than human beings.
Right.
So I thought
Okay.
that was my favorite part of it, because it was like a hyper realistic
Mm.
reality.
Okay.
We're seeing it. We're seeing how and why basically how Spider-Man is doing what he's doing through his lens. So Evie, how can they reach us?
Pantheon of M.
Yep.
The web, email, Twitter.
Mhm. Okay. So you can reach us on our email account. Our email is pantheonfm@gmail.com. And then, you can just send
Mhm.
us your ideas, comments, if you like our show, and our website. It's www.pantheonfm.